Hello, boys. Hello, girls. You were supposed to be watching on YouTube and listening if you're on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, SoundCloud, and Podbean to episode 88 of the Peter and Jake Talk Wrasslin podcast. There was some recorded, and then it had to come to an end. And not only did that podcast had to come to an end, but Peter and Jake Talks Wrasslin is no more. Executive decision on my behalf to end that podcast. But it's not to the fact that I'm going to stop doing content. The content will keep going. You will get Peter's Raw recap, and you will get Peter Talks SmackDown. And maybe those will be the mainstays moving forward. Peter's Raw recap will now join the RSS feed on Stitcher, iTunes, SoundCloud, and Podbean. That's gonna keep going. I mean, that's now going to be added to the list. And Peter Talks SmackDown, and I'm looking forward to do more Peter Talks Wrestling withs, and if even possible, to do interviews, try to get at people from other podcasts and other YouTube page that watch wrestling to see if they want to do conversations with me to sort of fill in that void where Peter and Jake Talks Wrestling isn't any longer. And I want to say this to you guys. What I've always wanted to do with this, from the day that I decided to do a podcast, to the day that I brought in Jake, and to the day that I, spent all the money on whatever I needed to make this work and spread it out as much as possible. Man, I just want to have fun. I want to talk wrestling with you guys. I don't want to be a wrestling elitist. I don't want to stick my chest out and beat it like a silverback gorilla whenever I feel like my opinions are more than anyone else's, or make someone feel lesser than because I don't know. It's what it is, man. I just want a fun environment. I want a logical conversation. I want to give logical ideas. If you watch the Sleg Daddy, or if you check out or you listen to PW Torch, or if you listen to Shake Them Ropes, or if you listen to Keita and Jay, or if you listen to like MLW, you listen to those people or watch those people because they have logical thoughts on the wrestling business. It's not like their fanship gets in the way of just common sense. And Peter and Jake Talks Wrasslin, that is no more now. It had this feel. It was becoming this feel. And honestly, the gauntlet came down while we were shooting this. And it's not at all the direction I want to go in. I mean, I wish Jake the best with NXT, what he does with Facet in the World. And I wish things could have been different, but it's just, that's not the direction I want to go in with any and all the endeavors that I take on. Whether it's the t-shirts, whether it's the podcast, whether it's DJing. I want to be able to have fun. And I want to be able to have a legitimate, a logical conversation about the world of wrestling. And you know what? Right off the top of the head, something what I will replace Peter and Jake Talks Wrestling podcast will just be Peter Talks Wrestling. And what I'm going to do, and maybe I'll replace it on Wednesdays, I'll probably go live, and I'll probably get a Mixlr account, and I'll just go over the rumors and the rumor mill and the conversations in the world of wrestling. I think that's what's going to happen moving forward. So Peter and Jake Talks Wrestling becomes Peter Talks Wrasslin, and that's from here moving forward. So yeah, I do apologize for the ending of Peter and Jake. I do. But it's only going to get better, and we're going to have more fun. We're going to have more insight on what direction that we're going to go in with this. And again, if you're interested in hitting me up and maybe talking some wrestling with me, everything's below. My email is going to be below, or in the description box. My Twitter is going to be down there. God damn it, man. 88 weeks, man. 88 weeks. It's crazy. They call it crazy 88s for a reason, huh? We could have got to 100. We could have got there. But if the powers that be, the wrestling gods, are saying that things aren't supposed to work out, you know, when Jannetty got kicked through the window, or... Yeah, that's how it goes. But what happens, you become the showstopper. So watch out for those foreign object guys. And I will see you for Peter Talks SmackDown.